Good day, everyone. This is King B with another video. Now, we have a crisis on our hands. Well, we have multiple crises going on at the same time, but um, the main one, in my opinion, is the attack on our youth, our babies, our young ones, our little ones, are under attack and have been under attack for a long time now. From kidnappings to being attacked at school, seeing countless stories of school personnel, teachers, and teachers' aides, you know, um, doing horrible things, attacking the youth, attacking our little ones, right? Um, and here's a story right here. Texas teaching aide swung a pre-K student around by feet after calling her, y'all see it, ugly as hell, according to the cops. Right? And I've said it before. Take your little ones and your children out of those schools. I'm telling you. Look into homeschooling. Look into homeschooling. Do what you can for those of you who have school-aged little ones, right? Do what you can, explore all your options. If you can homeschool, homeschool. But these schools have become extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. If you are unable to homeschool, if you're for the men and the women out there who are single parents and you're doing it on your own, and you have to work, and homeschooling is not an option, then another idea is, when you can, swing by the school and check up on your little one. You know, don't announce when you're going to be there. Just pop up. You know, let them get used to seeing you. You know what I mean? So they don't know when you're going to walk through the door to check up on yours. You know what I'm talking about? Especially if in the case like this where you have you talk pre-K, you're talking 3 years old, 3 4 years old. You know, you have to do that. You get a lunch break if the school is not too far from your job or whatnot. If it's fairly close, go on and stop by on your break. You get a break, go on and stop by. Or even if you have to take a little extra time, if you're able to from your job, go on and swing by, stop by, check on your baby, because we got some pure devils, right, working in these schools, and it is just ridiculous. I mean, story after story after story after story coming out. It's a crisis, y'all. But in this story here, an educational aide grabbed a preschooler by her feet and swung her around upside down, banging her head and telling the toddler she was ugly as hell, according to the police. Right? Rachel, or Raquel Ann Kerspow, 37 years old, was seen insulting the girl at Marshall Early Childhood Center in Marshall, Texas last week, and then yanking her into the air as she screamed, causing the girl to hit her head, according to an affidavit obtained by KLTV. "You're ugly as hell," Kerspow allegedly told the girl, who was 3 or 4 years old. "You can tell your mama didn't raise you right." And there go the devil right there. Look at the eyes. Do y'all see life in those eyes? You see any light in those eyes? Just pure darkness and wickedness. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. Look at her eyes, y'all. These are the type of creatures, demonic entities that you're sending your children to. And they come in all different sizes and shapes and skin tones as well. You know. A stunned co-worker who witnessed it yelled at Kurtzberg to put the young girl down and told her to leave the room. The incident was then reported to school officials. The student then said that Kurtzberg yanked the nap mat from under her feet, flipped her over, grabbed her collar, and pulled her in the air by her feet, hurting her head and leaving her scared to return to school. My daughter was picked up by her feet and dropped on her head. This is what the mother said on the post on Facebook. The mother named Wayana Darty Williams. As a parent, there was no pain or anger greater than knowing your child was harmed by someone who was supposed to protect and care for them. Kurtzberg maintained that the child was being uncooperative and trying to play during nap time, so she grabbed the girl off the mat and put her over her shoulder. When that didn't work, she held her upside down and she started crying, she claimed. Yeah. See, me personally, that's a case to where it would have been best for an individual like that if the cops got there before I arrived there. Because personally, if I get to you first, then the cops would have been coming for me. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, that right there is just, these are the type of things that shouldn't be going on. But this is what we're seeing. This is what we're seeing. This is what you're sending your children to, your little ones to, when you send them off to school, you drop them off. You know? This is what's happening. You know? If it's not stories like this, there's stories like you got in the middle school and high schoolers having teachers are targeting them for relations. You know, spending money on them, buying them off, and coercing them to sneak out of their homes and meet up with them. These are teachers. And in these stories, I'm also seeing a lot more women doing these things in these schools. It seems. Kurtzberg was arrested on Monday and charged with injury to a child. Marshall Independent School District Superintendent Rachel Langley said that the aide was immediately removed without the ability to return, was investigated and terminated. Employee actions like those alleged will not be tolerated, she added. Yeah, here's an unrelated story video. 3 former Texas special education teachers charged with child injury. 3. That's a video. Here's another story. I'm telling y'all, story after story after story. This is every day. Here's another one, courtesy of Law and Crime. Who wants to slap them? A middle school teacher encouraged 12-year-old student to hit chatty classmates. Here's another one. I can keep going. I'm telling you, I will be here for a good part of the day, all day. I'm telling you, it's story after story after story, y'all. What or who are you sending your children to when you send them off to these schools? You think you're sending your child off to your little one to school to learn something. But unknowingly, you're sending your little ones off to these schools to be targeted and be attacked physically and sexually. Look at the eyes. There's no life in those eyes. You see any life? You see any light? Look at the eyes. This is who you're sending your young ones to. Because there's a whole lot more devils like this one. A whole lot more. Right? This is why I end my videos the way I end my videos. Love yourself unconditionally. Keep your loved ones close. Protect the women, our little ones, our babies, our young men, our young women who are just starting out in life. You know? What chance do they even have? You know what I mean? It's like for those of you out there who are looking to have a baby, you want children. If you don't have if you don't have a strong family, you know, on both sides, family on the woman's side, family on the man's side. If y'all don't have a strong family who is going to have a tribe mentality and stick together and work together, love each other, protect each other, you know what I mean? Strong men and strong women, with the men doing the protection and making sure everybody good, making sure everybody straight, making sure all the women and all the little ones is protected and covered. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's just my opinion. Don't do it. Don't be out here having babies and you have no help. You're not a part of a strong community, or you don't have a strong family. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not the time. And this is just my opinion. I'm sure there's some out there that would disagree with me, but I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. It's like you're setting them up for failure if you're not a part of something greater. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a part of if you don't have a strong backing, it's like, it's like you're setting your baby up for failure. Seriously, look at what's going on. That was one story I've read, and there was one video talking about 3 different AIDS, and another story. I mean, it's just back to back to back to back. All these stories coming out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I in my videos, write in my videos. Protect your family. You know what I'm saying? Look out for the elderly. I saw a story the other day of a 75-year-old woman who was attacked inside of some restaurant or some store rather, and lost her life. She was 75. I just saw a story about out in Vegas, two sisters going out for a walk in their neighborhood was robbed, and one sister shot, lost her life. She was 75. The murderer who committed the heinous act, 24 years old. This is what our society has become. You can't even, you got to look, constantly look over your shoulder. We are at a tipping point. We are definitely at a tipping point. And I'm telling you, you know, something have to change, and something's going to happen. We see all these things happening, all of these stories. Even if you don't, even if, and I know some people, I know some folks who they make a point of not even looking at the news and looking at anything really. You know, they just have that tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying, to protect their peace of mind. But I'm telling you, even when you have that, when you have that mindset, it's hard. There's so many stories out there. There's so much going on that you can't help but see something, see a story, because there's so much happening. Wars and rumors of wars and people losing their lives and children being attacked and the elderly being attacked, and it's disgusting, y'all. It really is what's happening. It really is. It really is. To my fellow men out there, be more responsible. Don't sit there and get with a woman if you have no intention of being with that woman, protecting that woman, and you get her pregnant and you have no intentions of being there. Be responsible. Be responsible. Stop being nefarious. Right? And at the same time, make sure you know who you laying with. Make sure you know who you're laying with. Because like I said earlier in this video, they come in different shape, sizes, skin tones, and gender. Right? You have to be able to look deep within the person and see the energy to know who you're dealing with. You can't take nothing on face value. You can't take nothing on face value. You just can't. You can't trust that smile. You can't trust that you know, oh he looks good, he handsome, or oh wow, she's pretty. She got it going on. You can't because they wear different masks. If you don't have spiritual eyes to see, if your spiritual eyes is closed shut, you don't know who you're dealing with for real. You don't know who you're dealing with for real. So you have a lot of good people with good hearts, but they're lacking when it comes to self-love. They don't love themselves enough. They're looking for attention, or they don't know their own worth. They have yet to go deep within themselves and make that higher connection to something greater that exists in them. They don't even know it's there, so they're looking outside of themselves for validation. And they keep falling for traps and finding themselves in some horrible situations. And for those of you out there who are going through that and you think you're stuck, you're not stuck. Just walk away. Just walk away. Find yourself. Find yourself. You know, seek out the Most High, right? Look deep within yourself. You know, um, yeah, yo. I mean, again, back to my men. Do better. Be better. Right? Responsibility. Responsibility. Get together, stand together, band together in true righteousness to protect our households, to protect our communities, to protect our families, to protect our women, to protect our babies, our little ones, our young men, our young women, especially the young men and young women, the 20-year-olds, the 20-something-year-olds who's just going out and getting their life started and trying to figure life out. They don't know who they are. They don't know who they are yet. They don't know themselves yet. They still discovering self and trying to figure out who they are and you know what type of life they want to live, and they want to see what's out there. They ready to they the ones who's going out there and exploring. You know, you got a 20-year-old, 20-something-year-old. They grown. You know, they think, at least they think they grown. But remember this: true growth is spiritual. It's esoteric. It's spiritual. It's not physical. It's not your earth age. And we don't really know what age we are for real, because we still going off this Gregorian calendar that is false. It's not telling the true time. It's off. We're still going off the Gregorian calendar. It's off by a few years, at least 8 years, 7, 8 years. It's off the Gregorian calendar, right? We're living in the bubble of lies and deceit. In order to get out of that, again, you have to go deep within yourselves. For those who can go deep within themselves, you know. But I'm telling you, we are all not the same, because you have some bodies walking around and there's no light in them at all. At all. You saw those eyes. Did you see those eyes? No light. Pure wickedness. You know? Peace and prosperity to you all. I'm King B. The channel is King B News and Views. Welcome, welcome. If you never watched any of my videos before, my videos, I'm talking about real life, real things that we go through, you know, spirituality. You know, I'm going to be sharing, you know, some encouragement, I'm going to encourage you to keep going. Don't quit on yourself, because times is hard. We live in some extremely difficult times. And there are folks out there who are going through it. Believe me, I have gone through it and go through it myself. It's not easy. It's not easy. And we need each other. And you need to know, for those of you who are listening, you are not alone. You're not alone in how you're feeling. You're not alone in you know, in what you feel. You know? And don't let anybody tell you what you're not supposed to feel. If you know, I mean, because we're all affected by all this nonsense and wickedness that's going on. Again, even if you don't want to, hey, I'm not going to watch the news, or I'm not going to watch certain stuff, and I don't even want to know what's going on. You can't help but see it as so much. Again, you know. So let's encourage each other. I'm going to continue to do my part. Um, as far as making these videos and talking about these issues and sharing encouraging words, right? There is hope. No matter how bad, I know it's look bad, no matter how bad it looks, there is hope, right? There is hope. So don't quit. Let's keep going. Let's focus on love. Let's focus on true love, right? Let's support each other. And importantly, let's not give up. We got to look to the right source, the true source of all creation, the Most High. And I'll end it there. Be safe out there. Check on your loved ones. Stop holding on to foolish grudges and keeping issues going. Do you know that there's folks out there who there's a problem and they keep it going on for years? Years, I'm talking years, even 10 years or more, decades, over something foolish. Don't even remember what it's about. Let that go. Love each other. Love each other. That's the key, y'all. Loving each other. Right? Be well. Be safe. Peace.